Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. I'm Afefe with Touch by Tarot and Beyond, and I am here today because it is a very, very special day. I am taping this on August 8th, 2024, and that equates in numerology to 888, right? 2024, 2024 equals also an 8. So this day, many of you have heard, I'm sure, about the Lion's Gate portal. 8-8, and we also this year it is extremely powerful, as many astrologers have told us, because of the year that we're in, 2024. Also, we are in an 8 year, so this is an extremely powerful energy that we're in right now. And on this day, up until the 12th, the energy of the portal started around July 28th, runs its strongest energy, its most intense energy, until the 12th. I am doing this on the actual day of the portal of 8-8, August 8th. I want to relate this to tarot for you all. And I want to bring a message. I'm going to come down on the table for a moment with you all and bring a message. By the way, I need to remember this because some members, if you are a member of my channel, and I hope you would consider joining, I do extra videos, question and answer sessions, so you can ask me direct questions, things like that. And I do that twice a month. There's a link in the description box below if you're interested in joining the channel. But members have said, I want to make sure I find when you do things for members. There is in my playlist, there is a members only section in the playlist. So that way you can always find anything that I've taped that is only exclusively for members. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that for you. And I hope you'll consider joining the membership because that's where I do a little more teaching. I'm open. I take questions, what is it that you're interested in, whether it's tarot, whether it's just more descriptive energies around how you're growing, what I can offer you in my training. Been doing this a really long time. And many of you, again, if you're not familiar with me, if you're new to my channel, I've got a pretty interesting mixed background. I am, I'm a former journalist, a newspaper journalist. I am also an ATR priestess, African Traditional Religion priestess. So I've got a lot of training, both pagan, African, you name it. I've dedicated my life to learning and going on many different paths. My background is also very steeped in Christianity, right? I grew up, within the church. So there's a lot going on, but that brings me to this 8-8 portal and how I want to approach it with you from the number, the 8s in tarot, because what we are going through, this portal, which basically is an energy that says we have, at this time in particular, we always have access to spirit. We always have access to our guides. But at this particular time, the veil is open. The portal, think about a portal. It's really open and we have more direct access. We have an ability to really get our downloads, to really focus more intensely on our manifestation, to be clearer and get our messages from our spirit guides about where we should be directing our energies, etc. So I'm going to bring you down on the table. I'm going to show you how the 8s in tarot, I feel, will help you during this time of this portal, right? This incredible Lion's Gate portal. While we are in Leo season, of course, happens every year on 8-8. Leo, powerful, courageous, playful, yet fierce energy. Loves to create, loves to love. This is a very passionate energy when we get into Leo energy. So thinking about the ways that we express passion in our lives, not just romantically, but also in regards to our work, in regards to our lives, in regards to our gratitude for being alive. And it is also very much about character and building character, which is something that all of us are encountering, especially living in this time in history, right? Okay, so let's come down on the table. If you're sensitive to movement, I'm going to suggest you look away for a moment. And I'm going to bring the camera down. Okay, here we go. There we are. All right. Okay, there we go. So I've got first, I want to show you all, I want to start out with the major arcana. And in the major arcana, The number 8 is related to strength, and I've pulled two of my favorite decks I love to work with. I'll show them to you, or I'll put them down in the description box as well. But you notice in both of these, there is almost always, in every tarot deck you see, there will be a figure that is next to a feline energy. Okay, lions, jaguars, but some sort of feline energy, even domestic cats, etc. And the idea is, in the strength card, in the strength energy, in the major arcana, you are learning about how you have gotten over obstacles, or how to deal with obstacles in your life, with challenges in your life. You understand in this energy how much you have learned, how you have already, this isn't new, this is built on what you have already encountered, what you have already had to deal with, the situations in life, what you've learned, life lessons. And very often your character is tested because you are faced with something that could potentially be dangerous, overpowering. When we think about these types of animals, you don't deal with them with aggression. You don't deal with your situations with aggression or with anger. It's really about, I'm going to put on this light as well, give it a little more. There it goes. I like that better. It gives you that sense of connectedness rather than working against forces that challenge you. It's where you say, okay, I have enough life experience, know-how, knowledge, tenaciousness, persistence, power, that I can handle whatever this is that I'm dealing with, whatever's coming at me, whatever's around me, my environment, family, jobs, health, finances, whatever it is, I can deal with it because there is an aspect of gentleness. There is an aspect of playfulness. There's an aspect of being connected and understanding that at the end of the day, we are all one, that the universe wants us to be able to not see ourselves in opposition to what is around us, even if it looks big, different, strange, perhaps intimidating, but instead to take stand on our own unique abilities and power and be able to face that head on. Because what it does is, if we can do that, if we can keep ourselves in check, then those things actually can be our allies, can work for us, can help us get to where we need to be. Okay, now I want to go into the elements in tarot and all things relating to facing what's in front of you and building your character towards it. All right, so in the 8 of Wands, again, I'm using these same two decks. Wands is an energy of movement. It's fire. It's where you have to take action with something. It's where in this image, notice all the wands around her, and she's got her hand back saying, come on, let's go. Let's move ahead. Here, same thing. Notice the clouds in both of these cards, because with the 8 of Wands, there is, with your character, there is a determination to move forward, and sometimes you have to do it quickly, decisively, and really have faith that you will hit your mark, that you will be led to where you need to go, no matter what. All right, I'm going to give you a message on wands. For each of these elements, Spirit has given me 3 decks to give you a message. So for those of you who are moving towards something or trying to decide where your next move is, these next 3 cards are going to give you an indication of that. All right, remembering as well, this is movement, but this is spiritual movement. This is where your spiritual character is being built because of your willingness to face whatever challenges are in front of you, and to understand that you can overcome anything if you know that you are not being threatened by it. You are able, and you have the resources and the tools to deal with it. Okay. Full moon in Leo, go wild. Oh, 2 cards just came. I'll take them both. Spirit must want them for you. And see the bigger picture. So right now, with areas in your life that you are moving in, physical movement, writing. This also has a lot to do with communication. So if you are in an area of communication, perhaps that's a part of your business, perhaps this is just how you're communicating in your relationships, but they're saying see the bigger picture and go wild. Trust yourself. Trust yourself to be ready to take the hand of a partner, whether you're the one with the hand out or you're the one saying, let's go. You're the leader in this. Either way, it's understanding that as you keep your eye on the prize, see the bigger picture, you can go wild. You can be playful. You can trust that what feels very wild and perhaps unfamiliar to you, something that might make you feel like, whoa, I want to explore this, but I'm not quite sure what I'm getting myself into. It's okay. Spirit is saying that's how you learn to trust yourself, because your character gets tested in that. You overcome that fear. You meet that challenge head on, and you trust that it's okay to go wild. Because why? Because you're seeing the bigger picture. You're seeing the benefits of what could happen versus the, lingering on the fears of what could happen. Oh my gosh. I just pulled strength. There we have it. Spirit is very, very clear here that your strength is building in this moment towards what it is that you are going towards. Okay? And there's no need for you to fear. As long as you keep your eye on the big picture. Don't get lost in the details. Don't overthink it to the point where you're afraid to move. Understand that the sky is the limit. All right? And one more card, Spirit. You have abundance. Wow. Abundance in relating to strength and relating to this fire card. So for some of you, it could be that where you are moving right now, where you are, where you're feeling yourself compelled to make some choices, to make some decisions, to get out there and go wild, to take a chance, to write that letter, to send that card, to start that blog, to do whatever it is that mobilizes you. There is strength across the board. And that strength meaning this portal, this 8-8 portal being open for you, Spirit has your back. They want you to see the bigger picture, and they want you to know that abundance is there for you. It is absolutely there for you. Many of you could be building something, a business, moving something around your home. This is a sense of place. It is a sense of how you move in the world. And there is so much potential for you at this time with this 8-8 portal. So they want you really to hone in on strength as a character trait, as something that you embody, not necessarily that you have to fight something. That's not what it's about. It's about understanding who you are and what you stand for. And that is what mobilizes you. That's what gives you the confidence to go wild. All right. Now I'm going to pick this up, and we're going to move on to the next element, which is earth. So the 8s here, 2 decks again. Notice the imagery. 1, 8s in tarot almost always indicate a level of mastery in that element. So with all these pentacles that you see, all these buttons and pins, this is the work that you do. This is in this deck, it is the work in the relationship. Notice the cupcakes on the side and sort of being in a relaxed pose. It's the work that they are doing to build this harmony and unity in the relationship. And again, going back to strength, it's not about who overtakes who or who's really in charge. It's about unity. It's about the work that you do. Notice even the scissors that are there, like the needle and thread, having all the tools that you need in order to build something that is lasting. In Pentacles, it is about the skill set that you have, your skills at relating to others, romantically, in business or otherwise. But this is in tangible ways. What are you building in your life as a result of your character, the strength that you have learned to rely on yourself to have, right? In whatever daunting circumstances, good times, bad, eat when things are flowing or when there seems to be obstacles, either way, you are learning in Pentacles, you are learning how to manifest using the skills, using your talents, using your gifts, using your resources, your money, using the connections that you have, your relationships. All right. And as I did in the other deck, I'm gonna give oracle cards. Spirit had me pull 3 decks to do messages for these. So one is activation. This Lionsgate portal, in relation to what you have physically, in relation to your physical relationships, this could also be your health, working on your health, working on your budget, working on what you do to make money, to increase your abundance. It is being activated. This 8/8 portal for you right now, there is an activation that's happening. So there, you might have downloads and sudden moments of inspiration about, here's how I can better handle this relationship. Here's how I can better grow my business, open up doors to opportunities for myself. There is a definite activation that's coming through this portal for you. Your guides are like there. They're like saying, look, you do your part, we'll do ours. Because this activation, we are the ones who can help assist you in your ideas, in the things that you actually are able to identify. Who's here to help me? Where's my support? How much can I increase my income? How can I save? And so that I can take that vacation or buy that home or that car or treat myself to whatever. How do I build it? That's what's being activated, okay? You have meant to be. Oh, I love this. Meant to be. This is reassurance. Your spirit guides are saying that at this time in this portal, what is around you materially, and that includes your body, as I said, your physical health, anything in your material existence, that there is an activation because it is meant to be, because you have held on to your faith, going back to character and strength. Your faith, your character has been built to a point where when you understand that things are going to happen for you, things are being activated because they are meant to be. It is a part of the experience that you are meant to have in this life, to have what you need, to have the skill set that you need, to have the opportunities that you need, to have the relationships that are harmonious and will help you. That is what is being activated because it is meant to be. And if you, ooh, this one just flew out. All right, I'll take it. It says forgive, and you notice that Pisces up there. Going with the flow. Having a sense of forgiving yourself and forgiving others. There's meant to be has to do with your character has been tested at times in your relationships, especially in relation to anything that is in your tangible world, your well-being. There's what's being activated is the forgiveness, because you may have, and we all do it, you may have been in situations where you've judged yourself harshly. I should have known better. Why did I do that? Why did I waste my time? Or you may even feel still resentful or victimized by someone's mistreatment of you or towards you, right? So there's that aspect of forgiveness. When you do that, is building character. Forgiveness is one of the greatest acts of building character, and it actually builds your strength. Sometimes when we think forgiveness in our modern society, we think that's being weak or giving in, or somehow, I want to forgive, but at the same time, I'm right for feeling the way that I feel, right? I get it. We've all been there. But there is power in forgiveness. And this 8/8 portal right now, Spirit is saying, your power is activated as you understand that certain of these experiences, even those that have been painful for you, were meant to be, because they are taking you where you need to go to enjoy plenty, to enjoy harmonious relationships, to be able to master your skills, to get better at what you do at your craft, to be the best at what you do, whatever that is. It doesn't mean necessarily having to have a label on something, I'm a this or I'm a that, but it is about understanding that you deserve recognition, because that's also very much a Leo energy, is they want and need that recognition. They deserve that recognition. They want to be pampered and lauded and applauded. But in doing that, the generosity returns to those around you, those harmonious relationships. Okay, so that's how this 8-8 portal is affecting you in your physical reality. Now we're going to move on to swords, air, communication, thoughts. Swords, as many of us know in tarot, can be a challenging suit because it does have to do with a lot of things that we may be thinking, fears, an inability to communicate or feeling like we're being misunderstood, etc. But always relating things back to strength. How does our mental capacity at this time impact our ability to be stronger, to meet things head on? With the 8 of Swords, there is very often a sense of being trapped. Notice in both of these images, the person is sort of behind. There's a little opening there, but still behind the swords. It's where you can feel almost immobilized. It is where that energy of something bigger than you, something threatening, a fear, anxiety, deprivation, loneliness, isolation can cause that 8 of Swords energy very often as well. So here Spirit is saying in this 8-8 portal, use that opening to get beyond it, to address the fears, to know that this is not your natural state of being. Remembering too, 8s are that energy of mastery, of manifestation. So if you have a choice to take that lock off, notice that lock right there. There's clouds right there. There's an ability to move beyond whatever that state is that's got you worried or has you feeling cut off or isolated from others. There is an ability for you to tap into the belief, your faith. For many of you right now, Spirit is saying this is an accumulation of conditioning. It's something that maybe over time it's happened gradually, because 8s don't happen overnight. 8s are energies that have built up. It's not complete yet, but it's going through a stage of understanding and awakening. So this portal being open could be that you're being urged very much by your spirit guides, your spirit team, to face what is holding you back, to look at it head on, identify it, and recognize that you have the power and the courage and the strength to overcome it. All right, I'm going to pull some oracles for you on this. Or 3 oracles from 3 different decks. So, boom, go for it. Go for it, right? That's what Spirit is saying in terms of whatever's holding you back, whatever, the wondering the downside of something, the glass being half empty instead of half full. There you have it. This portal has opened up to say, go for it, right? Step out of your comfort zone. Understand that you are protected. Understand that what may feel like it is overwhelming to you, if you approach it from a standpoint of faith and trust and belief and joy and gratitude, that you have opportunities to go for it. That can be what opens up the doors. That's why your portal grows even wider. All right? You have expansion. Just said it. Your portal growing wider. Expansion. Go for it. Expansion. In this area of your life, what you are in the air, it is what you are saying. It is what you are believing. It is that self-talk. Those thoughts that run through your mind sometimes when you realize nobody else is listening. It's that sort of thing. There's an expansion. You are being elevated during this time, right? Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, is here and saying, go for it. It is time for your life to get bigger and for you to become comfortable in your power and to speak those words, affirmations, have conversations, read the books, pay attention to the information that you're taking in, pay attention to what it is that is holding and capturing your focus at this time, because it can either detract from your power or help you and assist you on it. And then it's time for you to expand and go for it, right? If you were, as they say, if you were looking for a message, this is it. If you were looking for a sign, this is it. All right, one more. I had 3 oracles for each of these sections. One more, Spirit. What is the last one? I'm sorry. I mixed up the deck there. There we go. Okay. It is open up to change. Ooh. Let's cap it off with that. Open up to change. All right? That's how you expand. They're in, for some of you, in this aspect of air, your communications, your thoughts, what you put to paper, the ideas, your business plans, all of those things that relate to how you are communicating both to yourself and to the world around you. It's opening up to change, because that change is going to expand you. Your world is ready to get bigger, and there is assistance for you. And you have to trust in that assistance. You have to trust that if you go for it, if you take the chance and decide to come out from whatever's been holding you back. For some of you, this is a matter of socializing. This is where you felt isolated and cut off, and it's time to open up to change, expand your horizons, do something different, go to different places, set your sights on meeting different people. And even if they seem very different from you, perhaps you feel overwhelmed at that. Some of you may be a little introverted, or you may have been burned sometimes. And so it's like, how do I gather up my nerve to do this again? You gather up your nerve by understanding that in this 8-8 portal, Spirit is here to assist you. You will not have to do it alone. Go for it, they say. All right? All right. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I think it's something so many of us can relate to, because, nobody wants to set ourselves up for failure, We want to know that we have that assistance. And that is what that 8-8 portal is all about. And finally, you all, I want to look at cups. Cups having the water element and having very much to do with your emotional state at this time. All right. With the 8 of Cups, it is very often, I consider it sometimes a very misunderstood card, because it can look a little sad in most depictions in tarot. It can look, it can look a little sad, a little forlorn. It can look a little bit like you've had to give up on a situation. But again, 8s are mastering. So, or mastery, are numbers of mastery. So, and manifestation. So at this point, what it's really doing, I want to hone in on the contrast between these two images, because here you see she's got her boxes packed. There's the truck outside, the moving vehicle. She's looking like, I've had it. The cups are spilled. There's one still up, though, which indicates the hope that she's still got in front of her. Where is this truck going? Where is the next step? What's the next area of the journey? Notice those cups out there, right there by the transportation. So she's a little tired. She's a little like, all right, this is what I got to do. But that's character. That is strength. This is emotional intelligence. When you get to the 8s in tarot in cups, it is very much about, yes, you've been through some experiences. They don't even necessarily have to be bad. This could be moving on to a different job. It's not that you hated your job. It's that you've done all you can do there. It's time to move on. It's that relationship. It's time to move on. In this depiction, you've got the peacock. You've got the third eye. You've got this beautiful world. Talk about a portal, right? Talk about a portal. Let's hold that up. And that's what it's saying. You're not losing anything in the 8 of Cups, you all. You are moving towards the next phase of your life, because your character has been tested and built emotionally. You have actively chosen to incorporate the lessons that you've learned from that situation, so that you can move on to something better. And the strength is what helps you. The strength is understanding that it takes strength to get to that point, to pack those boxes, to decide I'm not going to stay stuck where I am, to see the possibilities in something else and be willing to move toward them. All right? I'm going to pull 3 oracles for you in relation to this, and how you can utilize this time in this portal, this 8-8 portal, or 888 when we include the year that we're in right now. You have the past. Wow, is that not appropriate? because that's what the Eight of Cups is. It is about moving on from a past situation. It is about saying, I've learned the lesson, I've done all I can do here, and it is time for me to move on. And it doesn't have to be forlorn. It can be more with an attitude of, I have built my this situation has built my character. It has helped me understand my own power. It is my right to be able to move on from the past and put the past into perspective. All right, two more, Spirit, from two more decks. I'm going to pull two more cards. Believe in your good luck. Ooh, why not? Believe in your good luck, you all. Believe in, at this time, as it relates to your emotional state and the lessons that you've learned through, different emotional experiences, your emotional intelligence, as I call it, right? As you believe that there is more to come, trust that that portal is open for you at this time. Trust that your guides are listening to you. Trust that your prayers are heard. Trust in your own capacity to incorporate your past as you move towards your future. Believe in your good luck. All right? And one more. Deliberation. I love that as well. It relates to, this feels very much like an energy that relates to this card here. I do want to hold him up though. Man, is that powerful wisdom. We are talking about your character. All things related to the strength card having to do with character. This is an image that through life's lessons, through learning, through spirituality, has learned to deliberate and work with spirit. That is what this portal is very much about, you all. It is saying take time to deliberate with your spirit guides to decide what your next moves are. To deliberate, that's what she's doing. She's deliberating her next move. She's already prepared herself for it. The boxes are packed. Perhaps the destination is already known, or she is deliberating what that destination is. But either way, by believing in your good luck, she's believing that destination is going to lead her through that portal to something better. That is the strength card. That is Leo energy. It is focusing on the positive in the face of what can feel very overwhelming. All right. And again, when we get too caught up in the past, that is what can leave us in that feeling of being overwhelmed, especially too, as we age. I can relate to that as someone in my 60s. Sometimes I look at my past like, I've got more time behind me than I've got ahead of me, right? And you can sort of get into a mood with that. You can feel like, okay, well, what else am I supposed to do? No, not at all. It's an energy. Our bodies, our spirits, especially, and our spirit connections while this portal is open, could care less about your age and who did what to who in those experiences. They happened for a reason. You put them in the past where they belong, and you deliberate and emotionally decide how you want to move forward. That is really the blessing of the Eight of Cups. It is not about being forlorn or feeling like you wasted your time or your effort. It really is about believing in your good luck and in your good fortune so that you can continue to move ahead. All right, you all? All right, if you're sensitive to motion, look away, because I'm going to move the camera back to me for a moment to say goodbye before I say goodbye to you. There we go. Boom. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you all. It is, again, this is a powerful energy. I didn't want to let it go by and not address it with you, because it's an opportunity for us to really think about these aspects of our lives, how we're doing emotionally, how we're doing in our physical world, what's showing up for us physically, how our mental state is happening, right? And how we, in that fire element, are we motivated to keep going? And especially all things going back to strength. Do we recognize our own power in the face of those things, those issues, those people that may feel bigger than us? They may feel we may feel intimidated by, or not quite sure how to assert ourselves. But in this energy, the portal is open, and Spirit is saying that's exactly what you need to do, right? Be prepared to do that. Own your power. Own your experience. Own your luck. Own your opportunities. Own your capacity for healing and for love and for abundance and for the desire to keep going, your capacity for motivation and perseverance. All right, your character is being built. All right, I hope that was helpful, you all. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy this portal. Bye.